My journey towards Extremiti3D really began as I started an engineering company that was doing product design, medical products, and 3D printing. In the process of creating a products for other engineering companies, for manufacturing, I was approached by a prosthetist, two prosthetists in South Carolina, and they asked me, can you 3D print a prosthetic leg and or socket? I realized that I could do it, and I printed a prototype for them, and it really just kind of took off from there. I realized that there was potentially a business that might be there, and that's about the time that I came to SBDC. I needed help. I understand product development. I understood the operations side of businesses, which I've been working in medical device product development for 30 years, but I didn't know how to do it as an entrepreneur and do it on my own. SBDC helped me to get a government contract where I used that money to determine the feasibility of the product and to look at a commercialization plan. And that commercialization plan showed me that we could sell the product, we could make a profit, and we could help others at the same time. Jim knows small business innovation research, government contracts, and you kind of were able to find something for me pretty quick, and sent me an idea, and it was a perfect fit.
We met in Daryl's office, and he spoke about his innovation, and I thought that perhaps with 6,000 grants being issued every year, there's got to be something out there. And so I said I would do a search and find out if I could find a topic that matches. And we found something from Defense Logistics Agency, because the VA hospitals need prosthetic sockets. And so when I showed it to Barry, and Barry said, that's a good fit, how do I get started? And then we started working through the process, developing the proposal, and I'm very glad that he won not only the phase 1 but the phase 2.
Jim said, we've got to write this huge proposal, and I had never written any. The last big paper I wrote was probably for college. I did a lot of presentations. I did a lot of that kind of thing in corporate America, but I'd never raised money that way, and so there was about 2 months of very late night collaboration, and Jim was right there the whole way with me. I wouldn't have been able to do it without him.
I really enjoyed working with Barry because he was very collaborative, and I didn't mind staying up late because I wanted to make sure. He has a great idea, and he deserved to have that grant.
Phase 1 was typically 6 months, but they had given me a year. Phase 2 really happened when the decision was made. It all happened much faster.
He had to write a phase 2 proposal, and the phase 2 proposal is a lot more involved than the phase 1 proposal.
A lot more involved.
Because it requires a commercialization plan, which is basically a business plan. So he had to have his financials, his marketing, everything all figured out how he's going to take this product to market.
I realized pretty quick that you surround yourself with smart people, right? You're not going to be able to do it all, and having SBDC there to help me figure out what I don't know, because I really didn't know some of those things, and then help me find the resources to fill in the gaps was very helpful. Along the path, Jim helped me to learn the whole idea of investors, and then what do investors want to see. How much are they going to take from your company if they get involved? And there's different levels. There's angels, there's VCs, there's just people that feel good about what you're going to do, and they just want to give you money. There's grants, there's convertible notes. That was a very big education for me, learning how all that works and how it's going to affect and help the company. I would not have been able to get as far as I am now without everything that Jim helped me get to. You know, I mean, basically he's helped me raise almost, what is it, about $1.3 million for the company. You know, personally, I've put in a fraction of that. And that's been over several years. So, you know, being able to access those funds really, it made the difference. We rolled out the company Extremiti3D about in January of 2017, and through all of these, using the funds from SC launch and finishing up the research, we've been able to prove testing-wise that the product actually not only is capable of withstanding the testing required. There's an ISO standard, International Standard Organization standard for the product. And we were able to develop it not just to meet it, but far exceed those requirements. And so that has been huge in the market.
He's at that point right now where he's got his initial product that's out there, and he's expanding the marketplace. He's brought on some strategic partners that are helping with the distribution, and in order to grow his business, he's going to need additional funding, and we're going to be looking at angel investment funds. Now he's right in a prime spot because he's got government investments. He has SCRA investment. He's got products that are in the marketplace are profitable, and angel investors are going to be knocking down his doors.
What our products do for our customers is, because they use digital technology, three-dimensional scanning and 3D printing, we're able to create the shape that fits the patient exactly. We're able to give the customer something they can't get today, which is a strong yet also comfortable and flexible product. It's just amazing today that the military is actually able to put fighters that have had an injury where they've had an amputated limb back into service. And these young men and women that have all this training and all of this desire to continue serving their country are no longer brought home and put in jobs here on shore. They can go back and do what they love and what they're trained for using technology like ours.